Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video I am so excited to do. I am finally back with a new declutter, and today I'm decluttering my bullet lipstick collection. So I will link my declutter playlist down below. We are almost through with my declutter series. I've taken a bit of a break here because there's just so many videos to put out on YouTube, but I am excited to cut down my bullet lipstick collection. So let's go ahead and get started. I wanted to say that I really don't even feel like this is all that bad. Like truly, when I was pulling out all of my lipsticks, I was like, I feel like there are more somewhere. I really think that this is my full collection, and even though this is obviously a lot, it's not as overwhelming as I thought it was going to be, but I still feel like I can cut quite a few from my collection. So let's just go ahead and dive in. It's from e.l.f. Cosmetics. This is the lipstick in Pink Minx. Here's what that one looks like. I've only tried this one a few times, but it's not a favorite of mine. I feel like when it comes to e.l.f., I much prefer like their eye products or some of their complexion products. This one, not really a shade for me, not really a favorite lip formula. It's a little bit more on that sheer side, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one. I do have two lipsticks from Propa Beauty. So I purchased the shades Victorious and also Driven. So the darker one is Driven, and then this more nude is Victorious, and then here are the swatches here. So Driven is pretty dark on me. It's not more this chocolate brown shade. It's not something that I wear on its own all of the time. I have mixed these two together and I thought that they looked pretty. Victorious I do like. Again, it's a little bit deeper on me. Propa Beauty is a black owned beauty brand and they have a lot of really beautiful deeper lip shades. Victorious I like. I am still going to keep around Driven though, because I really don't think that I have kind of more of this deep chocolate brown even across like my liquid lipsticks. It's just not a shade that I have a lot of, and once in a while it's fun to mix things up, so I'm gonna keep both of these. Next up I have this one from Too Faced. This is one of their peach lipsticks in Sex on the Peach. I really do enjoy the packaging on it. It has a little bit of weight to it. It is very fragranced for being a lipstick. Like I feel like this is my most fragranced lipstick for sure. Like once you just open the cap, you get that, very peachy scent. But there is the swatch of it. I think that this is a beautiful lipstick. This is one of the few Too Faced products that I'm like, I just keep it around and I just keep it around. But I really enjoy the shade. I just hate when people ask me, like in public, what shade it is that I'm wearing, because that's really embarrassing. It's more of a matte lip. It is my preference is more of a matte lipstick, but this is one that I've had it for a while, but I just don't want to get rid of it. I'm gonna keep this one. Three here from the Pure and Barbie line. This was from their second collection that they came out with. Absolutely love the packaging and all of the details on this. These are the three shades that I have. So we have a Trailblazer, Innovator is in the middle, and then CEO. Now Trailblazer, again, favorite. I wanted to swatch this next to the Too Faced to see how close they were. Too Faced definitely is more of a deeper nude, but Trailblazer, I've talked about this one a lot on my channel. I've mentioned it in favorites. I love the shade. I love that it's more of a matte lip. It is so gorgeous. And then this one here is Innovator, and then CEO is the red. Honestly, I think I'm going to declutter the other two. I think that I can pass these on to someone who would wear those shades more, because I really enjoyed this lipstick, so I kind of have this thought of like, well then why don't I keep multiple shades? But really I know it's because I'm going to keep going back into Trailblazer, so I'm going to keep one and declutter two. Next I have four here from Colourpop. I'm not exactly sure the proper name for them, but again I will try to link everything that I'm talking about in the description box unless things are out of stock, but I will try to link these from Colourpop. Different shades I have is Spring Roll, Appy, Still Crazy, and this last one is Electric Feel. Here are the swatches Spring Roll, Appy, Still Crazy, and Electric Feel. So I actually did feature these. I think I just put Appy in the video, but I did a video recently called Makeup on my chopping block, so I can link that one up in the cards. But I had mentioned essentially all of these lipsticks from Colourpop. I said I've been trying to decide if I want to keep them or get rid of them, and I am still trying them out. I actually just wore Spring Roll the other day in one of my videos because I'm trying to decide, should I keep these around? Should I declutter them? And I was kind of thinking maybe if there's like a shade that really stuck out to me that I could declutter, I would in this video. But I mean, I like all the shades. Again, Spring Roll, I just wore that the other day and I thought it was so pretty. Appy's this really fun nude shade. Still Crazy, more of a mauve. This came in my friend Amanda's set, so kind of like special memories with that one. And Electric Feel was, I remember getting this and being like, I love this shade so much. So I'm going to keep around all four of these, and you will see an update in my next chopping block video. Another one that I have from Colourpop, this is from the Hocus Pocus collection, and this is in Sarah. So this one is like a very deep blood red. So I don't wear this type of red all that often. And in my liquid lipstick declutter, I think I actually kept like 4 of my red lips. I remember someone commented on how many red lips I kept, and I was like, oh my gosh, you're right. But I kept like my favorite red in each of my favorite formulas. Ooh, I hope you nurses out there are liking these veins. Ooh. When it comes to a red lip, I do prefer a liquid lipstick because I feel like it just stays on better. A red bullet lip is just, I'm not super comfortable with it. So even though I really like this packaging and I think it's a lot of fun, I actually know a few Sarahs that I could potentially pass this on to, and they might like it more than me. Actually a newer product. I just reviewed it recently, but this is a new one from Charlotte Tilbury. This is her Happikiss like lip balms, lip gloss balms. This one is in the shade Passion Kiss, which is swatched right here. But like I said, I don't like products like this. This is kind of like a hybrid gloss and a lipstick, but I thought that I could include it in the declutter because I'm actually going to declutter it. They're just not my type of formula that I prefer. I either want like a glossy lip or a matte lip, so kind of this in between is just really not my style. I felt like it looked really messy whenever I wore it, so I'm gonna put this one in my pass pile. Next up, I have 4 here from MAC Cosmetics. Shades I have are Honey Love, Stripped, Age, Sex, Location, and then also a Velvet Teddy. So we have Honey Love, Stripped, Age, Sex, Location, and then Velvet Teddy. I know that I've had these MAC lipsticks for a while. I should already have a video up with the 21 question tag that Allie Glines came up with. And I mentioned these MAC lipsticks as the oldest products that I have in my collection. I don't know for sure if they're like the absolute oldest, but I feel like especially some of these like Velvet Teddy, that I have had that one for a real long time. I will say Honey Love I wear very, very frequently. I wear Honey Love a shocking amount because I just think it's a gorgeous nude. Stripped is one of those that I also really enjoy as either like a mixing shade or as I just like put it in the center of my lips for a bit of a pop. So I really like that. I think I am going to declutter Velvet Teddy. Sorry, my autofocus keeps going in and out and it is driving me insane. It was not doing that earlier, but now it won't stop. So I'm going to declutter Velvet Teddy because like I said, I've had it for many, many years. I don't wear it as much anymore, and especially compared even to some of these other ones. I think that I can get rid of Velvet Teddy. And then Age, Sex, Location, I mean, I don't know if you guys remember, this was a collab with Nicki Minaj, and I remember getting the entire PR package and I like nearly lost my socks. I thought it was like the most exciting, coolest thing ever to get something like that. And I wore Age, Sex, Location a ton, and it really is beautiful. But again, this is a shade that I have a lot of because I think it's gorgeous. And I mean, Honey Love and Stripped, I wear those so much. So I think I am going to say goodbye to Age, Sex, Location. As hard as it is to do, I'm just going to go ahead and keep these 2. This one from Vieve Beauty, which is YouTuber Jamie Genevieve's line, and this one is Coming In Hot. So I got this one fairly recently. Here is the swatch right here. I picked this one up from Cult Beauty pretty recently. I just reviewed it on my channel, and I like this one. I will definitely be keeping it around. It's more of a matte lipstick, and I really like the shade. Next, I have this one from Milk Makeup. This is in the shade Skills. If you guys remember these. So when Milk Makeup first came out with their, I think they just called them lip colors, I was obsessed. I was obsessed with the shade Cream. Just loved it so much, was recommending it everywhere, used it so much, and then they reformulated. It came out with new packaging, which is definitely much nicer packaging, very sleek, but they changed the formula, and I did not appreciate this formula at all. The shade Skills is this light peachy color, but the original was more of a matte than this, and I felt like this is just kind of one of those like slippery lipstick shades. Like it kind of moves around, and I don't love that. I don't really know why I kept, because I got these in PR and I got, you know, a handful of different shades. I decluttered all of them except for this one, and I don't really know why I kept keeping it around, but I think it's okay that we let go of each other now. Of a lipstick that I've had for a while, this is from Givenchy. This one is in the shade Mandarin Bolero. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that. And it is this really pretty, like more of this hot orange. Again, not a color I have a lot, and I have kept this through so many declutters. In the spring, this is a really, really beautiful lipstick, and I like to wear it when I have a little bit more of a tan, maybe my hair's a little bit more blonde. This is such a pretty lipstick. Again, I've kept it around for a while. It's not even like the formula completely blows me away by any means, but I don't know. I'm sure it being a Givenchy lipstick, that comes into play also. Like, I just feel really fancy, but it's one of those, like, I don't have a lot of colors like this, but when I pull it out and wear it, especially with minimal eye makeup, maybe just some mascara, it's a poppin' look. So I'm gonna keep this one. I have 3 lipsticks from the Carly Bible and Il Maquillage line. It was limited edition. I don't believe that these are available anymore, but these are all matte lipsticks. The red is Venus, and then we have Libra in the middle, and then Sirius is more of the mauve, and then here are the 3 swatches. I really like this lipstick formula. It is such a beautiful matte shade. I don't wear them all that often, especially with them not being available anymore. You know, that sometimes that can play into things too. I knew that I was going to declutter the red because it's not my favorite type of red. And again, I don't prefer red bullet lipstick, so I knew that I was going to declutter this one. I knew I was going to keep the nude for sure. I think Libra is so, so beautiful. Sirius, I was kind of going back and forth on. I was like, let me see it swatch. You know, when I'm pulling everything out and I'm kind of looking over my lipsticks, I was like, I need to see that one swatch because I don't go for that one all that often just because I like Libra so much. So I think I am going to declutter the 2 on the ends and then just keep Libra in the middle. All right, this is another item that was featured in my chopping block video. So this is from Sephora. It's one of their like glossy lip balms in the shade No Regrets, which is right here. And it's so funny because, like you heard me say earlier, I'm not a huge fan of kind of like a hybrid like this, but I think it's the shade that really gets me with this one. But still, when I mentioned it in the chopping block video, I was like, I just don't really reach into this. Or did I might have even put this in my gloss video. Apologies if I put this one into my gloss video, because again, it's kind of that hybrid, so sometimes I just kind of mix and match, but this one was pulled out to the forefront because I wanted to have it out since I featured it in that chopping block video. But it's so funny because I had someone comment on that video and say, I think that you're going to get rid of all of them, and I was like, I don't know, because I've been wearing the Sephora lip for a few days now, and now I'm falling back in love with it. The shade is so pretty. It gives a really gorgeous shine to the lips. Like, I don't know. This is gonna go in my keep pile for now. So I have 4 here from Sigma. These are their Infinity Point lipsticks. I have Temptation, Epiphany, Deja Vu, and then this last one is in Ecstasy. And then here are the swatches: Epiphany, Deja Vu, and also Ecstasy. So these are interesting because these last 2 swatches, these ones feel more matte, like even when I swatch them. And I know Deja Vu is the one that I've worn the most, and it looks a little bit more matte on the lips, where these definitely feel more creamy. I know that I can declutter Ecstasy, the red, and then also Deja Vu, not the most type of nude that I commonly wear. So I know I can declare that one. Again, Deja Vu, I know for sure I'm going to keep this one. I just was trying to decide on Temptation. I think that I can declutter it. If this was more of a matte, like if this one looked more like Deja Vu on the lips, I think I would keep it. But since it's a little bit more creamy, I'm going to declutter that one. So I'm just going to keep Deja Vu. Tiny one here from Burberry. This is in the shade Nude, which is swatched right here. It's such a pretty shade, but I never remember to use this. Like, I truly cannot remember the last time that this lipstick has touched my lips, and I've kept it through so many declutters because it's mini, it's cute, it's nude, it's Burberry, but I truly never wear it. And because I kept my Givenchy, I'm like, you know what, this might be the oldest lip product in my collection. I think I got it in like a little lipstick set years and years and years ago, so it's probably time to get rid of this one. Here from Marc Jacobs, this is in the shade Slow Burn. Again, this probably came from one of the Sephora sets back in the day. Such a beautiful shade. This is a product that made me really fall in love with Marc Jacobs lip products. I went on to purchase some, but I think I've decluttered. I think this is the only one that's left in my collection. I've kept it around because it's a mini, like, oh, maybe one day I'll use it up. No, that's never gonna happen. And I do like the shade a lot, but again, it's another one of those where I just don't reach for it anymore. I know I've had it for many moons, so I'm actually gonna declutter it. Oh, this is surprising to me. Here from Uoma Beauty, this is in the shade Maya. I was kind of curious how similar these would be, but here is the Maya swatch right here, so you can tell it's a little bit darker. I do like these lipsticks a lot though, and it is more of a matte lipstick, and I think the shade is really beautiful, so I'm gonna keep this one. Next, I have 4 here from Wet n Wild. These are their newly formulated, newly packaged matte last yes, Matte Last lipsticks. So they have 2 different formulas, the matte one, and then they also have more of their creamy, shiny formula, if you will. I did get all of these in PR, and these were the 4 shades that I decided to keep around for myself. So the shades are Bare It All, Think Pink, Skinny Dipping, and Never Nude. So I know Think Pink, not really a pink I'm gonna wear all that often. And I know Skinny Dipping I absolutely love, so Declutter, keep. I do want to keep Bare It All. This is one that I actually had in their original lipstick because I believe Kathleen Lights raved about it, and I think she said it was a dupe for something, so I bought it. So I kind of like having it back in my collection. And then I'm going to declutter Never Nude, so keep 2, declutter 2. I have a lip color from Juvia's Place. This is in, I think this one is hashtag 2020. Yes, it sure is. Here is the swatch of that. This is one of my newer lipsticks. I really like that shade. I really like that it's more of a matte color, so I'm going to be keeping this one. From Natasha Denona, I have one of her I Need a Nude lipsticks. This is in the shade Noah, and here is the swatch right here. One of my newer lipsticks. I really like it. I put it in a ranking my makeup hauls video recently, and I had really good things to say about it. It's more of a matte lip color also, so I'm going to be keeping this. This is another lipstick from Pure. This was in their first collaboration with Barbie, so the packaging is similar, but just a little bit different. You can see on the lipstick on the side, it has that glitter to it, but on the actual lipstick, it doesn't. And here is the swatch of Classic, so you can see it's actually more of a matte lip. I really did like this color, but again, the one in the second collection, just I wear that one so much more. But I still think this would be a fun one to be able to pass down. Bullet lips, I can easily sanitize versus something like liquid lips or gloss. So I'm gonna pass this fancy one on to someone who will wear it more. I have this one from Hourglass. This is one of their like confession lipsticks, and this is in the shade At Night, which is this red right here. So we've heard me say that I don't love the red bullet lipsticks, but I also really didn't like this. This came in my Beautylish Lucky Bag from last year, and I was excited to try it out, even though I didn't, you know, feel like it was going to be an everyday shade for me, but I was excited to try it out. But I don't like this lipstick formula at all. I feel like it moved so much, and especially with this darker red color, I felt like it was just all over my face. So a part of me wants to keep it because it's super fancy looking, but on the other side I'm like, yeah, no, I'm never gonna wear this, so I'm gonna put this in my declutter pile. Our Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks, so here are 4 to start with. So we have Pillowtalk, Pillowtalk 2, Pillowtalk 3, and then also a Very Victoria. And then here are the swatches starting with Pillowtalk 2, 3, and Very Victoria. Very Victoria is one of my favorite lipsticks of ever. Wear it all the time. So obviously Very Victoria is going nowhere. Also Pillowtalk, just, you know, a staple in itself. Definitely want to keep Pillowtalk. I was kind of thinking about 2 and 3, like looking at them like, do I need to keep these? Because Very Victoria is in the Matte Revolution, which I really enjoy. And then the other ones are in the Kissing formula, which is going to be more of that, you know, shiny, creamy lipstick. So, you know, I think for Pillowtalk 3, it's a pretty deep shade. It's probably not one that I'm going to wear all that often. So I'm going to surprise myself a little bit here. I am going to declutter this one. I don't see myself wearing that one all that often. I do also have JK Magic from the Hot Lips collection, which is right here, which I think is really beautiful. And full disclosure, I actually do have the entire Hot Lips 2 line, but I do have some lipsticks that are, not that they're like decor, but I'm just always going to keep them. Like I'm not getting, like they're in their boxes. They're set up. It's like a whole thing. Like JK Magic is what I actually wear the most on my lips, and the other ones I'm just like, whoa, Charlotte Tilbury sent me 11 lipsticks. Can you believe that? If you really want to see them and if you want to see swatches, I have a video here on YouTube. I can link it. I wanted to include the lips that I'm actually trying to decide if I'm decluttering them or not. And again, those literally stay in their boxes. I know that might be a weird thing, but I can't help it. But I really do like JK Magic, so I'm gonna keep this one. For these 2, I might have put these ones in the gloss. Again, they're like a little bit more of the hybrid. I can't remember, but now I just store all of my Charlotte Tilbury together. But we have another Pillowtalk shade right here, and then Pillowtalk Diamonds right here. Not my like, these aren't my absolute favorite formula. I would much prefer just like Very Victoria, but I do like that Pillowtalk shade, and also Pillowtalk Diamonds is really, really cool. Like the sparkly shade, those are pretty neat. So I'm gonna keep these. One here from Christian Audette. This was in collaboration with my friend Mel Thompson. This is in the shade Beauty. Swatch fit there. So it is a pretty light nude, but it's super beautiful, and especially paired with the Smooches lip liner that Mel did in part of her collection, which is a darker lip liner. I think this combination is really pretty together. I'm so proud of Mel. It's such a nice like luxe lipstick. I definitely keeping this one. All right, my Urban Decay lipsticks. I have been eyeing these this whole declutter, trying to figure out what it is that I want to do. So we have Route 66, Back Talk in the middle, and then Stark Naked. So Route 66, Back Talk, and Stark Naked. I pretty much decided that I was going to declutter Route 66. This came in the Born to Run collection, so it had this cool travel theme to it, and I think that's why I just kept keeping it around. But again, really trying to get rid of the products that I'm not wearing as much anymore. So Back Talk, it is that pretty mauve, but I don't wear it all that much. And then Stark Naked, I'm going to declutter all of these. Oh, I'm kind of surprised with myself, and a kind of a part of me is like, do I really want to do this because they're my Urban Decay lipsticks and I spoke so highly about these for such a long time and I bought so many different colors, and when I got on Urban Decay's PR, it was such an exciting moment, but I really don't, like, I don't wear these. I think it's the right thing to do. I think it's the right thing to do. This one from CoverGirl. This is one of their demi matte lipsticks in the shade Trending, and here's a swatch of it right here. I really like this lipstick. I've worn it quite a bit, but I really haven't reached for it much recently. I like it. I still think it's a good lipstick, but I'm kind of like, why just keep this sitting around if I'm never wearing it? So I'm gonna declutter Trending. From Buxom, this is one of their full force lipsticks in Fly Girl, and I did a really professional swatch right here. Not my absolute favorite nude, and it's one of those, it's a very like slick lipstick, if you can see all that shine on it, which is just not a favorite of mine, so I'm going to declutter this. I have my lipstick from Lawless Beauty. This is in Fawn. Love this color. Really like this formula. I'm a big fan of Lawless Beauty. I really like the new lip liners they came out with. The new plumping lip gloss is really good too, but I'm a big fan of that shade, especially from Lawless, so I'm going to keep this one. All right, and then finally we have my Pat McGrath lipstick collection. So I have a full size in Christy and then 2 minis in Ami and also 1995. And then for the swatches, we have Christy, Ami, and 1995. I will say, Pat, don't kick me out of girls' night, but not my favorite lipstick formula. I much prefer Charlotte. I should do like a ranking my girlfriends videos, because with lipstick, Charlotte is my favorite, then it would be Natasha, then it would be Pat McGrath. I do like Pat McGrath's lip liners, but for the actual lipstick, it is not my favorite. I do want to keep one, and I think I'm going to keep 1995. This is a shade that I would reach for the most, but Christy is the first shade that I bought, and I was a little bit disappointed by the shade because it looked so different online. It looked so much more nude, like a neutral nude. So to get this more pink shade, I was like, what? So I'm going to declutter Christy and Ami, and I'm going to keep 1995. All right, that is everything. Let me pull out all the lipsticks and we will see how I did. Well, how do you do? So there is my declutter pile on the top. I'm decluttering 28 lipsticks, and here is my keep pile on the bottom, and I am keeping 28 lipsticks, which means I decluttered half of my collection. Thank you so much. I am really proud of this lipstick declutter. I'm really happy. That was my goal coming into this, even though I said in the beginning I didn't feel like this collection was too overwhelming like some of my past lipstick declutters. It was still too many lipsticks, and I really wanted to cut it down to the ones that I actually wear and enjoy. And I feel super proud that I've decluttered half of my collection. So I hope that you enjoyed this declutter or found my reviews helpful or the swatches helpful. And we have one more declutter left to go in this series, which is going to be my eyeshadow palette declutter. I'm very nervous to film that. I don't know how many palettes I have, but it is a lot. I'm already trying to figure out if I should split it into multiple videos. I don't know how that declutter is gonna go, but stay tuned. The finale is coming right up. But if you enjoyed this one, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. I hope you also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.